Introduction to the course development. Thank you for choosing RachelKathleen.com as your licensed insurance agent and retirement planner, licensing training provider and agency leader. Below you will find useful information regarding the terminology and concepts regarding insurance and retirement products for you and your family, or about your study materials and passing your licensing exam. All the study materials at RachelKathleen.com were created to aid your understanding as you shop for insurance and retirement products or for your use as you prepare to pass your state licensing exam. As the market leader in licensing training, we know that the key to passing on the first attempt is high-quality, professional exam preparation. We offer comprehensive free online insurance courses designed to accommodate different learning preferences. Your final state exam will require you to have a completed certification from an authorized licensing training provider. We develop our clients and agents with courses based on the exam content outlines published by the testing provider in each state, so your course will only cover the information you need to pass your state licensing exam. Our main goal is to educate you and/or prepare you for the exam and to help you get started on your new career or retirement plan. B. Features and benefits. RachelKathleen.com online courses and supplementary study materials offer a variety of study tools and knowledge checks to ensure your success on your state licensing exam. Study the course in the order presented to build the foundation of concepts. The information presented in each chapter is based on the exam content outlines provided by your state. These outlines detail the topics on which you may be tested. Our materials cover only the information you will need to study for your exam. Nothing more, nothing less. The exam breakdown in the introduction chapter shows how many questions will be on your exam, and how many of them will be allocated to each chapter on the practice tests and on the state exam. Consult this breakdown and manage your study time accordingly. A list of terms to know at the beginning of each chapter will help you better understand important insurance-related concepts presented in the chapter. Sometimes, terms you are familiar with in regular life have a unique meaning when applied to insurance, so review these terms and definitions. Pay attention to know this. Markers. They identify testable points and will help you remember key concepts you need to know for your exam. Use the chapter recap at the end of each chapter for a quick review of key terms and concepts. These are the topics required by your state exam content outline. Powered by RachelKathleen.com online training and assessment. The 3rd of September 3:03 p.m. The exam simulator for the web RachelKathleen.com/sbt/print.aspx $lang equals $! 2/5. Make sure to review the key facts at the end of the course, for a comprehensive review of testable points. See study tips. Follow the recommended study steps to help you complete your studies efficiently and with the best results possible. Take notes while studying. This will help you to actively engage in the learning process and better retain the information for your exam. Study key facts at the end of the course. Print them out to use for ongoing review and as reference while taking chapter quizzes. As you are seeking out the answers, you'll be reviewing relevant information, and will be able to better retain it for your next quiz or exam. Take a break from studying. If you have been studying for a while, but feel like you're having trouble remembering the information, take a day off. When you return, take a practice exam and see how you do. Go back and review any areas you have trouble with. Remember to take notes. Keep the information fresh in your mind. Continue reviewing the course material and taking practice tests until the day of your state exam. If you are unable to pass practice exams consistently with scores close to 80%, you may want to consider postponing your exam and spend some additional time studying the material. It is better to delay taking the exam than to take it unprepared. Test taking tips. Schedule your exam for the time of day when you are most alert. Don't cram right before you take the exam. Get a good night's sleep. Head to the exam with plenty of time. Unexpected events can occur, and you do not want to be late. Watch the exam tutorial at the beginning of your exam to familiarize yourself with screen navigation and exam format. Exams may be divided into separate parts, and once you've completed one section, you may not be able to go back even for a review. Read each question carefully in its entirety and pay attention to the details. Do not change your answer unless you are absolutely sure it's the right one. Do not leave any question unanswered. Make sure you understand what the question is really asking. Don't let unfamiliar terms throw you off. Most of the time they are used only as distractors. Read the question again if needed. Eliminate the answers you know are incorrect. Each answer you eliminate increases your chance of choosing the correct answer. If you don't know the answer, pick the best one, and mark the question for review. Continue with the rest of your exam and come back to the question later. The correct answer may come to you. Pay particular attention to key words that may change the meaning of a question, such as not, all, except, every, always, or never. Know what to expect. All questions are multiple choice and are generally one of the following types: direct questions, incomplete sentences, or all of the following except. Keep a positive attitude. If you start to feel unsure, take a few deep breaths and remember you have done your homework and are ready to pass. About the exam. Before you take your state exam, you need to prepare yourself not only in terms of studying the material, but also in terms of becoming familiar with test-taking procedures and environment. The 3rd of September 3:03 p.m. The exam simulator for the web rachelkathleen.com/sbt/print.aspx ? Lang equals #! 3/5 A candidate handbook or license information bulletin for your state provides invaluable information about specific testing procedures, including how to schedule or reschedule your examination, the types of identification you will need, how early to arrive at the testing center, and what you will not be allowed to bring into the testing center. Reading this is an integral part of preparing for your examination. That information may be found on the website of the testing provider in your state or through the insurance department. Here are more things to know about the testing procedure. About the exam may include questions on any of the topics covered in your study material. The exam will test your basic knowledge and understanding of the material pertaining to general insurance and state laws. Exam questions are fair and straightforward. They are not trying to trick you. Read questions carefully without reading too much into them. Review the candidate handbook or license information bulletin, or call the testing center to verify specific information about your exam. You may need to bring your certificate of completion and several forms of identification to the testing center to be admitted for your state exam. At the testing center, arrive at least 30 minutes before the scheduled exam time. Leave your belongings in the car. You will not be allowed any study materials or personal items, such as cell phones, purses, or watches into the examination site. Most testing centers provide lockers. Remember, you are not allowed any food, drinks, or gum. Check in at the front desk. Get comfortable at the desk. Adjust the seat and computer monitor as needed. Before a computer-based exam begins, you will get the opportunity to go through a tutorial to help you learn the specific system used for the test. Take the time to learn how to mark and review answers. Tune out the rest of the world. Other test takers may come in and leave while you are still working on your exam. Remain focused on what you are doing and do not get distracted by others around you. Taking the test. Most testing centers will provide candidates with scratch paper and a pencil or a dry erase tablet and markers. During the test, make notes on more challenging questions to remember what to double-check during the review. During the review, pay special attention to questions you marked, and reread the rest of the questions to make sure you didn't overlook a familiar concept or a term that changes what the question is asking. Exam breakdown. Use the exam breakdown to know where to focus your valuable study time. Each exam has a certain number of questions allocated to each chapter, so concentrating your studies on the chapters that are more heavily weighted on the exam will benefit you when taking the actual exam. 4/5 Arkansas Life Insurance. 110 total questions, 100 scored, 10 pretest. Time limit: 2.5 hours, 90 minutes for general knowledge and 60 minutes for state law. Passing score: 70%. Chapter percentage of exam: general knowledge, general insurance concepts, life insurance basics 13%, types of life insurance policies 14%, life insurance policy provisions, options, and riders 20%, annuities 8%, federal tax considerations for life insurance 4%. State law: Arkansas statutes, rules, and regulations common to life and health insurance 20%, Arkansas statutes and rules pertinent to life insurance only 10%. The practice tests and the state exam will be broken into two separate sections: general knowledge and state law. However, you'll receive one overall score. Note that the state law section on the outline is divided into two chapters in this course: Arkansas statutes, rules, and regulations common to life and health insurance, and Arkansas statutes, rules, and regulations pertinent to life insurance only, to ensure an optimal study experience. Recommended study steps. RachelKathleen.com recommended study steps will help you successfully complete our training program. 1. Chapters. Study the chapters in the course in the order presented. Read for comprehension, not speed, at least 1-2 hours per chapter. Take notes and pay attention to know this. Markers. Watch chapter videos and practice with flashcards. If available, review chapter recaps and study key facts. 2. Chapter quizzes. Pass each chapter quiz 2-3 consecutive times. Review missed questions. Review course material between quiz attempts. 3. Practice exam. Pass the exam 2-3 times with a score close to 80%. Review missed questions and the score report. Review course material and, if available, complete a focused exam between exam attempts. Readiness exam. Note that you must pass a practice exam to unlock the readiness exam. Take this exam as the final check to determine if you are ready to pass your state licensing exam. Take your second readiness exam 2-3 days before your state exam. Review the score report and course materials as needed. 5. Continue reviewing course material until the day of exam. Thanks for watching.